allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Purpose of this to start this meeting out is a public hearing on the conditional use for UHS expansion on the physical therapy building. I think they're going out like 20 feet onto it. So we'll open up the public hearing. Need a motion?
Motion. Second.
Motion made second to open up public hearing.
Doesn't seem to be too much public here for the public hearing.
Do you have
I know
participants?
Seth is on
Do
there.
we have online participants?
Does he have any questions or concerns while we have it open?
I can open that up.
Converse with him.
This is Lillian Brown from the Reporter. I'm just wondering if somebody can explain what the scope of the expansion is and the reason that a public hearing is needed for the expansion project, and I'll mute myself.
Okay. After that, I want to hear from Seth first.
Seth, are you there?
Hi, yes.
Hey, Seth.
This is Seth Wildenstein from Delaware Valley Hospital. We are looking to put in an addition on the front of our physical therapy building. Prior to the start of COVID-19, our physical therapy department was quite busy, and we had an independent exercise program ongoing as well. And we had added cardiac rehab to the services that we were offering. And it was really cramping the space and creating the potential for possible injuries just because things were placed closer than they really should be. Now that we're into COVID-19, part of our reopening and offering physical therapy services require really good infection control procedures, and the PT staff have come up with independent zones that they can work within to offer the services to the patients. And we actually have had to relocate the cardiac rehab program back into the hospital for the time being, just because of the isolating the different patients and being able to provide services safely. So this addition is just simply adding a couple of, one exam room and one office, and allowing space for the equipment to be moved and spaced out under that.
Does that answer your questions, Lillian?
Did that answer your question, Lillian? Right
I'm
there?
sorry, I had to unmute myself. Is it normal that a conditional use permit would be required under these circumstances, Steve Condon? And also, can we understand the what that area is zoned for and what the dimensions of the expansion are? Is any of that relevant? And I'll mute myself again.
I think the only thing is relevant is just the size of it. It's a commercial area or industrial area.
No, it's residential single,
Residential single? Okay.
and a hospital is allowable in that.
The size of it, I believe, if Seth comes back on, I believe it's 20 by the width of the building. I think you're coming out 20 feet. Is that right, Seth?
I believe it was like 20 by 60.
Yeah, 20 foot off from the building and 60 is the actual length of the building right now. Or I should say it's deep. You're going to be bringing it up about 20 feet towards the road is all it's going to be, where the parking area is, the staff, where the staff parking is. Okay.
But you're not encroaching on anybody's private property.
No,
Yeah.
we're simply coming out into our parking, staff parking area, and we have plenty of parking spaces available on our property.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're only going to be getting into maybe 2-3 spots anyway, south on that side. So. Okay. Anything else from anybody?
Any other questions?
I guess then we will close the public hearing.
Motion to close?
Second?
Motion made, second to close the public hearing portion. And then we will go into voting on giving them the conditional use. So we'll need a motion for that.
I motion that we give them the conditional use.
Second.
Motion made to give them the conditional use. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Seth.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Lillian.
I imagine these, not the zoning, yes, zoning. Who's doing that? No, the approval's fine on that, but it's saying it's gonna be going out back to,
The zoning board?
yes, so that they have all the paperwork, and they can continue on with the planning board, excuse me. Planning board, so they can all be taken care of and want to move forward with their project. Okay, next one on our list is the gross receipts tax policy for New York State Electric and Gas and RGE.
I forwarded everybody the correspondence from NICOM.
Yep.
I didn't know if we wanted to jump in on them negotiating to get us the utility tax from NICEAG. Or if you just wanna like not do it at all, or if we wanted to hire somebody to negotiate ourselves.
Which we're looking at, do you have an idea?
Well, it's like 2% of what everybody spends in the
In
village.
the village.
So
It
we
could
spend
be-
enough here,
Yes,
so.
that would be a good sized chunk, so I think then, I know you look at some of it too.
It's a no charge service.
Right, so it's, I
From what
think
understand, but if we hire somebody ourselves.
it's gonna cost us,
money.
exactly.
And rather than just dismiss it and not have it worth our fund. You understand, Rochester Gas and Electric, Electric and Gas, have asked that the states reverse it and say they don't have to pay it. Well, if that goes through and it's not, nobody has objected to it, then we just wouldn't get it.
Right. So there's no harm, no foul,
Yeah,
go ahead and do it, so.
It's a win-win, no
Yeah.
matter.
If it's not gonna,
Save
it's not
us
gonna,
money and it gives us an opportunity, maybe we'll get it,
Right.
maybe we won't.
right,
It depends on the Public Service Commission to decide whether it actually gets paid.
so I think we should go ahead with that through the.
Yeah, we're not gonna hire somebody.
No.
Just motion?
Yep,
Motion.
Second?
motion made.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Hush.
Motion made and seconded to get on the, NICOM's, gross tax receipt, tax policy, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. All right, the next thing is the promotion for Austin Williams. Austin's been on his year of probation. I don't think he's broke anything bad. Just kidding.
Almost his shoulder, but that was.
Yeah, almost his shoulder, yeah, but he did that at home falling off a ladder, but yeah. But other than that, he's been recommended by Butch to put him up to a, he's going from a laborer to an operator.
Truck driver?
Or truck driver, is it truck driver operator?
It's, the actual title is motor equipment
All
operator.
right, I knew there was a long name,
Yeah.
so they want to have him go to that and do his raise according to that, so
I motion that we promote Austin Williams to
motor operator.
motor operator, laborer.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to promote Austin Williams. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now his date was June 15th. Does anybody have a problem with leaving it back to effective June 15th?
That was the request, was the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Okay.
So a few days or a week maybe, so let's do that.
Can we have a salary that he is being increased to, please?
Somewhere here.
The negotiated rate is $20.38 an hour.
Okay. The next piece
Yeah.
we have, or next equipment thing here we have is
Hey, brush
the
hog.
brush hog, which is attachable, it's a quick attach, it'll go on our Bobcat skid steer.
Are trustees allowed to borrow the brush hog?
Well, the town gets, to-
Yeah,
the only thing is the town will have to borrow both the skid steer and the brush.
right.
Right, so this is it's a shared service.
It's gonna
right?
be a shared thing.
Yeah.
What the total is right now of it is $5,431.72. And the town has already talked about it because there's use that they can come borrow it for. They will split the cost with us, so it'll be 2,700 and some odd dollars each, meaning the town and the village, we're gonna go in on it together. So, we need a motion for that.
I make a motion that we approve the purchase of the bush hog attachment for the skid steer.
Second.
Motion made, seconded to purchase the skid steer attachment for Bush Hog. At the price of, you've got all the price on there.
5,000.
Yep.
$5,431.72.
There you go. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
So they'll be,
Now, our cost will just be half of that.
right,
Yep.
they'll be helping manage down by the water.
Down by there, up by the water tower, there's a lot of bamboo, end of Ogden Street, and a couple there's a whole bunch of places where the knotweed gets really high, and,
Grows everywhere.
yep, and this year,
Technically, it is not wood, it's not a bamboo at all.
yeah.
I'm just saying, I might break into it. If it's ever missing, it'll be back tomorrow morning.
Okay. Next one is 16 Townsend Street. They're requesting a change in sewer units. They are now currently listed as, excuse me, a multiple family dwelling. It has been changed according to the CO that Steve has issued to a single family, but they're missing one form for us to have, or them fill it out, Steve, or them fill it out, and then we send it to, for the tax roll so they can change it to a single family house. And at that time, once that's done, we'll look at this and then we can change their sewer units to a single versus a multiple.
So we just need to waive a form?
We have,
No.
we have the form.
We have the form, it just hasn't, it's never been filled
It
out,
hasn't
so
been filled out.
we have to get it filled out. And once that's filled out and gets filed so that it's listed as a single family versus a multiple family, then we can go forward with knocking it back to that as the sewer units.
So
So,
is that gonna be, that wouldn't be a lengthy process?
no, it's just a matter of getting code enforcement, Steve, to fill it out, and I don't know if there's any portion of that that the owner has to sign, it's just the code enforcement form. So once we get all that done, we can move forward with it. So maybe by our next meeting, we should be able to take care of that part. Lastly, we have the Seabud Pump Annual Service Agreement. They didn't have it last year because they put new pumps in for the Seabud, so there was no annual service contract needed. So now we have one, so that they can come in, they come in every year, they service the pumps, change the fluids, check the bearings, put everything all back together. So the contract will be 100% paid by New York City through DEP, and it's the Seaward company that does it. So,
We
The
have
cost,
to approve the contract.
yeah.
the cost is $8,090.
How fast does New York City turn around with reimbursements? Is it pretty?
They pay us quarterly, so they pay us like in equal payments from their approved budget.
I see.
And then in December, they go through and do the reconciliation to see if they paid us too much or not enough.
So, need a motion?
I move that we sign the contract,
I will second,
no cost to us.
Yep.
to let New York City fulfill.
Motion made, seconded to sign the service contract for the Seabud Annual Service Agreement. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Now, I would like for us to carry over into executive session. We have to discuss contract here. And then, I don't know if we'll have an answer when we come out, but if we do, Lillian will let you know. So that's it. Right now, we're gonna go
Do
to,
you have anything else that you did?
all right, do you guys have anything?
Did get a question about, who is the contract with, the company that we're contracting with, excuse me,
For
for the Seabud.
Seaward. Seaward is the name of the company.
Seabud.
And spelled,
SIEWERT.
Yep. and they're the ones that take care of the majority of the big pumps over there. They've been doing it for years. They're top-notch guys. I mean, I'm just saying it because I worked with them for 15, 16 years, whatever, they know what they're doing.
Well, before we go to the executive session, we are opening the pool, correct?
Our tentative date to open the pool is July 1st. Tentative, that's not set in stone, but
Right.
that's what we're going for. There will be social distancing guidelines. We will be at 25% capacity to start with, and we will see how that works out.
And,
Our pool capacity is 200 people, so 25% is 50 people in the main pool. Supposedly, our kiddie pool capacity is 80 people, so 20%, 25% will be 20 people for the kiddie pool. So it'll be basically a 70-person limit. There will be a lifeguard at the door. You will have to sign in with your name and phone number, just in case somebody is infected. We can inform other people that somebody who was infected was at the pool the day you were at the pool. However, sunlight kills the virus, chlorine kills the virus. There's nothing better for the virus than going to the pool. Austin Lincoln Park is open now. Go to the park, have fun. The pool, tentatively, July 1st.
Okay. Anything else, anybody? Any other questions on the board there that needs to be addressed? No? Okay. I need a motion to go to executive session.
I move that we go to executive session.
Second. Motion made, second, go to executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Get Sam to get his camera.
Yep.
It is 3:33.
Can I just tell them how to get that information out about the pool?
Yeah.
Because people will be asking.
That's true.
Tentatively, July 1st. They have to have the CPR. The lifeguards have to have their CPR training renewed, and they can't do that until June 26th.
Where is?
So we have to wait until after that.
Ready?